I am tired of the disrespect Hogwarts Legacy has gotten over the last year. This game came out in 2023 and quickly became one of the best-selling games of the year. In fact, it just broke a 14-year record since 2008. Every game of the year that has been best-selling has been Call of Duty. It has been a Call of Duty game or a Rockstar game, which in 2013 it was GTA. So Hogwarts Legacy, best-selling game of 2023, guys. An incredible amount of hype for the game, coverage everywhere. But let's be honest, in this world, when a game comes out that is as divisive as Hogwarts Legacy is, because we had the whole JK Rowling to turf brigade and people asking for boycotts and to not play the game, not support it, we knew going in to an event like the Game Awards, which we're going to talk about that. At the Game Awards, it was snubbed. It didn't get one nomination for any category, and it wasn't even included in the fan voting where fans could write in their own choice awards and stuff. It's weird. It's almost like it was purposely held down. Think about that possibility. The best-selling game of 2023, beating out Call of Duty, beating out Spider-Man, beating out Tears of the Kingdom, beating out Jedi Survivor, beating out Diablo 4, beating out all these games, Mortal Kombat, you name it. Hogwarts Legacy was the best-selling game. So yeah, Call of Duty, again, has been the best-selling game every year since 2008, except for the 2 years that it was Rockstar Games with GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2. 14 freaking years, and now somebody has gone and taken the throne. This is a big historical event right here, guys. And it's weird that despite this massive best-selling, record-breaking score that they've made, this game continues to get held back, and we all know. I'm not going to try to get political about it. I did cover at the time when we were seeing people getting harassed for supporting the game. There was a website created that was in order for you to find streamers to boycott and cancel and smear all over and harass and all that stuff. We covered this, right? But now it's like, dude, this game broke records, and the gaming industry, award shows, don't acknowledge it. Now, it did help that it had a staggered release that boosted its sales throughout the year. So when it first came out, it was on PC, PS5, Series X, and then a few months later, it got to last gen with the PS4 and the Xbox One. And then it finally made its way to the Nintendo Switch this past fall. So I'm sure that staggered release helped keep the game popular and relevant on best-selling list of all time. Came out just in time for the holiday season. But you got to think of the massive fan base that Hogwarts Legacy and the Harry Potter Wizarding World has. It's humongous. It's huge. Outside of Disney, this is probably one of the biggest properties that's not Nintendo. And, you know, the game itself was a fantastic setting. It was a creative world, open world. You got to tour Hogsmeade and Hogwarts Castle and the areas around it. And it was just full of imagination. I mean, if you looked at the Metacritic scores and everything like that, it had a lot of positive reviews. And it was record-breaking when it first came out. And it still continued to record break. But for whatever reason, despite it being the top-selling game, it's getting snubbed. And we all know it's because of this whole anti-JK Rowling crowd, this whole SJW crowd. There was no way that it was going to get acknowledged at something like the Game Awards, which is unfortunate when you think of like journalistic integrity and how all the developers that worked hard on this game essentially got their work snubbed. They didn't get any acknowledgement, no awards, and you know what? Let the numbers speak for themselves. So despite all the people trying to hold this game down, despite it not getting nominated for any awards, despite it not getting, you know, proper credit where people wanted to Twitch boycott it and all these pitchforks on it, it still managed to become the top-selling game of 2023. And that speaks volumes that, you know, all these angry pitchfork SJW cancellation mobs don't work, right? Cancel culture will never work. Vote with your wallet instead of with your emotions and your agendas, guys, because it will always backfire. And thankfully, I'm happy that this game got these records, because this means we're gonna get a sequel, right? I don't think we're gonna see an expansion or DLC or anything, but we will get a proper sequel for Hogwarts Legacy, and I think it's gonna be amazing. I had so much fun playing Hogwarts Legacy. It was an experience, guys. If you haven't played it yet, by all means, I suggest you go out, get yourself a copy of this game, and add on to the best-selling. I mean, you think of like a powerhouse, like Call of Duty's one thing, right? But then you think of like Rockstar Games with GTA 5 and how much money that game has made throughout the last decade. And even then, GTA 5 had GTA Online, which is a continuous stream of content for the last decade or so. Hogwarts Legacy didn't have any online capabilities. It was purely a single-player video game, and that is amazing that a single-player game this day and age in 2023 did so well. With no online campaigns, no online multiplayer, no microtransactions that are like flooded all over the games like Call of Duty or Fortnite or whatnot. It feels refreshing, but unfortunately, all the controversy aside with the author of the Harry Potter series, Miss Rowling, all controversies caused this division for people to be angry and upset at the game. And we've seen journalists, we've seen actual media outlets that were biased against this game when they really shouldn't have. It's just because it was fitting for whatever narrative they're pushing at the time. But it backfired, and that is good. And it's making history, and it's set to continue doing good this year. I think we're going to see a lot more news about Hogwarts Legacy that, sadly, the media is not going to acknowledge. And this isn't right. And not just Hogwarts Legacy side. Any game should not be held down because of political commentary theater, I should say. You know, if it's making records, it deserves to be acknowledged. And I just really, looking back, I find it so freaking weird that it didn't get one nomination in that Game Awards show. And a while back, somebody in my comments was like, you guys really need to get over this Hogwarts Legacy game. It was mid. Oh, okay. If it was mid, it wouldn't have made best-selling game of 2023. All right? It made its money. It deserves its proper spotlight. And there's a reason why it was held back. And if you were in denial about it, then you have, I guess, you need your little safe spaces and stuff if you're in denial about how successful this game was, because it deserves the proper recognition that it should get. So what are your guys' thoughts overall on Hogwarts Legacy becoming the best-selling game and tying it back to the Game Awards show and how it's been continuously dragged through the mud? I think it deserves some proper credit. I think that it's not fair to the development teams and the studio, you know, just how well this game did. And for no fan votes at all, that doesn't add up. I think Game Awards was purposely snubbing it. So let me know your thoughts down below. Leave a comment. Share this video out to a friend. Help get it out there. Share it out. Hit that like button. All that stuff. I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you so much. Take care.